Hi, it's Jen Healy here with the AYRx Yoga Swing. I'm putting together this video for a couple of my clients that recently have had injuries, particularly foot injuries that have impeded them from doing their normal workouts. So I wanted to create a strength training video for you where we can focus on the upper body, the legs, the core, strengthening and opening the back, all of those hot spots, and do it in a way that I can give you a basic, an intermediate, and an advanced version. So for most of the exercises, I'm going to give you 3 different versions. I recommend that you either do one of the versions 3 times for 3 sets, or go ahead and try all 3 versions for about 10 rounds. See how it goes. But let's go ahead and just get started. I'm going to just plug the new AYRx round mandala mats. They're super amazing. So this has the new logo on it. It's really beautiful. It has this really beautiful soft felt digital imprinted top and then a natural rubber really strong grip bottom, and it matches the AYRx playing cards. So for the rest of the month you will get a free deck of the AYRx playing cards when you purchase a swing. So go ahead and take advantage of that special that's going on right now. And let's go ahead and get started with just the full body hang. So the hand holds is something that I use quite often for stretching and strengthening simultaneously. So I'm going to use a wrist wrap here. I have it around my wrist and then I'm going to drop straight down. So in this position, if it's okay on your arms, I can go ahead and do some bicep curls as well as some squats. So I can work the legs and the arms in this position, and just make sure the feet are turned out 45 degrees, which will help you use your quads a little bit more. Typically 10 rounds would be perfect, a set of 10. And then when you're ready, you can go ahead and just stretch the back. I like twisting from side to side to open up the side body a little bit deeper. Just feels really, really good. And then I can alternate. I can just use all legs and do some little mini presses here, or I can do all arms and really try to lift myself up into a pull-up all the way. So those are the 2 exercises that I like to do there. And then we're going to go ahead with this same pose and do our core activation. Now I like to do the knee lifts in this position, 10 if you can. 10 is going to be our magic number for today. And if for any reason that is too hard to do, you can march, which means you put one foot down and then the other foot down, and you just march in place. So you can touch down in between. So try to do 10 of each of those, see how it feels. I'm going to do the full set so that you can do this workout together with me. And then when you feel ready, we're going to come back into our squats and then add a twist. So now we want to stretch the belly, open up the quad, open up the psoas, catch your breath, twist the other way. Let this really feel good on the neck and the shoulders, as well as the full length of the spine. So these mandala mats help us to define the space and move in multidimensional, which just feels really good on the body to add the spin and the spiral dynamics. Beautiful. Last time, just come back, twist. All right, great. Now let's go ahead and incorporate the swing into the situation. And we're going to come into some push-ups here. So you want to press the swing all the way down to the hips, all the way down. So it's right where the legs insert into the pelvis. So when you bend your knee and lift, it's going to hit that spot right there. And then you're going to lean forward into it. Now the swing will slide up. Don't worry about that so much. Just grab for the leg loops. If it slides up, just leave it where it is, unless of course it comes over your head, but it should stay on your belly. Now we're going to press forward strongly, and we're going to bring the arms overhead. So we're going to press, 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 lift and lower, press, lift and lower, and do about 10 arm presses here. Just really simple, straight arms, head lifted. Make sure your head is always above your arms while you're doing this, and really feel the upper body starting to work. After you do 10 presses, you're going to go ahead and come into your mini push-up position and press up. Press up. So you're really keeping your hands positioned right underneath your shoulders, and you're lifting about halfway. Keeping your body weight leaning forward the whole time is really helpful. All right, 10 presses. We're going to come into the harder ones, which I call Incredible Hulk push-ups. Next, like I said, I'm going to give you guys options. So this would be the more beginner version. And then what we're going to do is come into an elbow hang, get the swing nice and low on the legs, bend the knees so they hook outside in, hang out and stretch the chest and shoulders. It feels really, really good. And then what we're going to do is lift and squeeze to get the leg loops on the shoulders. So this is called backpack. So it's like a backpack. You want to get it right in that space where the rotator cuff and the pec meets. Okay, so this is called skydiver. We're working up to our push-ups. Now my feet are hooked, my knees are bent. I don't let my feet rise towards the sky. I keep them nice and low, tucked in close to my bum. And then I'm gonna hook underneath. This is really important. My elbows face the sky so I can press up. So press, press, press. Rah! That's why we call them incredible hook push-ups. So 10 of these, which are really strong. You're also getting a big stretch through the front of the quads, the front of the belly, and opening up the whole body. Now these would be the more advanced versions, so please do take it easy if you need to, or really go for it and get some good strength. Do 10 of those. You can do 3 sets if you want. And then when we're ready, we're gonna come down through a Superman. Really strong back here. We can kind of play and bank a little from side to side. Hold the balance and then land it. Come on up. Okay, great. Let me show you the intermediate version for those. So use the swing for beginner. Hook the feet to come into the incredible hook push-ups and then stand in the center of the mat with just the leg loops in your hands to do the intermediate. So what we're going to do here is press forward and then mini push-up without the swing around our hips. So now we have to hold all of our body weight. Our hips are pressing forward the whole time. Catch your breath. Make sure you're breathing in between sets. Beautiful. Nice and strong on the upper body. All right. So after we do 10 of those, I like to do the marching position. So you're going to come into your push-up, put these back on the shoulders, and this incorporates both balance as well as strength. So I hook my hands together and I push my hips forward as I march in place. And just notice that this is activating the core as well as working the arms slightly, but also getting the legs and back involved. So I like these quite a bit. And then what we're going to do is balance and then extend it to Warrior 3. Balance and extend. So it's like a half march with the legs and arms extended. Set of 10 if you can. All right, and then we're going to switch sides. So if we hold it, that's how we work the back of the legs and the back body. All right, second side. March, pull in. Okay, and then extend and hold it. So do that micro pause at the edges to get maximum strength. Beautiful, guys. All right, let's come back into an elbow hang so we can rest here in a wide straddle. So always stretch out in between, even if it's just for 30 seconds. Come back into your breath. Let it feel good. And then what we're gonna do is we're just gonna roll back up here. There's a whole nother sequence that we can do, but I also wanted to show you how to do your pull-up position from here. I call these the AYRx moves, so I'm gonna use the leg loops in my hands again, using a strong wrist wrap. I'm gonna step to the back of the mat. I'm going to lower, round in, inhale, arch, bicep curl all the way up. Okay, lower. So I'm leaning back the whole time, arch, bicep curl. So this is how I can do my pull-ups and strengthen my back, as well as open the back body. All right, I'm just going to do 10 for each set so that you guys can practice along with me at home. And then we're going to come back to some legs and give the arms a break because this is a really good burn for both the triceps and biceps. All right, so let's go ahead and come back to quads. So another way that we can do our squats is with the leg loops in our hands, and we're going to have our hands straight out. We're pressing down the whole time, and then you're just going to do all quads now. So arms are engaged, but it's really the quads that are working, and you can kind of hold and pulse if you want to go a little bit deeper. I would do 3 sets of 10 of this one for sure, so you can get maximum benefit for your quads and your glutes, and you're not collapsing. You're going straight up and down. My swing is right behind my head, so I'm not dipping forward, right? So a lot of times when these exercises are done in the gym, people are using too much weight, and they're losing the alignment, and they wind up hurting their spine, particularly the lower back. So really keep your alignment, keep your arms working and engaged the whole time. Nice deep breaths. And then we're going to go ahead, after we do our last one here, and activate our core. There's a few different core activations I like to do. Let's go ahead and do the simpler or beginner one first. Swing goes behind the back, walk into a sumo squat, put the leg loop on. So let's start with your left leg. Go ahead and put the leg loop on and extend it. Now my arms are pressing strongly into the swing to lift my chest, and I can either just keep the forearm press and lift my right leg up, or I can just extend my arm and have my arms fully lengthened as well. It's really a personal choice of how much arm you want activated, as well as lifting the leg and core. And while I'm doing this, the back of the left leg is working. So I'm working my legs and my core and my arms simultaneously in this sequence. 10 of those. Now we're going to go for the harder ones. These are the plank toe touches. So with the plank toe touches, I'm leaning back into a plank pose, coming up, touching, extend, plank toe touch 10 times on each side. Make sure you're going nice and slow and controlled with the breath. Inhale, expand, exhale, touch. Inhale, expand, exhale, touch. Let's go ahead and switch sides, moving through our floating Buddha. Take a moment to stretch and pause here. Some windshield wipers might be a nice choice, so you can get a break in between sets. Hanging out and opening up the body. Let's go ahead and do another round. Take the left leg loop off. I'm going to do the extended arms so that you can really see how much work is happening in my upper body as well as my lower body. So I'm just extending both arms as I lift. You can also hold on to the knee and help it up if you need, or touch down in between if you need to take a rest. But 10 of each set if you can. Okay? After you feel complete with the core activation here, just a simple knee lift, we're going to go into plank toe touches. So arm and legs extend away from each other. Lean back, inhale, exhale, toe touch. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, touch. Okay, great. If you want to support the head in this position, you can always let go of the leg loop and make sure the neck is happy. So make sure that the alignment is key and first, and then the strengthening, and then of course the opening is the counterbalance. Okay, I'm really using the back of my right leg that whole time to lift. Okay, let's take another break, and then we're going to go into a couple more core activations. I think it's really important to work the whole body together, and doing sit-ups on the floor can be a little boring. A lot of people do the crunches incorrectly on the floor and they're just straining their neck. So we really want to isolate and activate the core, the trunk of the body. And I'm actually going to do the more advanced ones upside down. So I'm going to come back to stand, come on out of the swing nice and slow, and turn around so you can see me. So I'm going to come in through the floating Buddha, so you guys could stay where you are if you wanted to watch for this first round. Same position with the leg loops at the ankles. And then I get the swing across the hips, and I'm going to bring my legs wide and around. Now when I do this, I'm going to hold on to the leg loops in my hands. My feet come heavy and wide into a wide straddle. And then I'm going to do 10 wide straddle sit-ups. And when I do this, I'm going to keep my torso nice and strong. My entire spine is flat and aligned. So I'm not using my neck to lift. I'm using my belly, my entire core, and we're going to do 10 bicep curl wide straddle crunches. Make sure you go nice and slow and controlled. I'm doing these a little bit fast, but the slower you go, the better. So make sure you give yourself ample time. And then if you want to try balancing and scissor kick down, that's also another challenge to come into scissors from here, which are very hard and require a lot of engagement. So there you have it. I'm going to roll down and turn around, but you guys sit in your sumo squat after coming back from an inversion. And then I'll give you a little bonus round here. Only do it if you're into the acrobatics, but we're going to come into Superfly and do a few more arm exercises as well as core activation. And I'm just going to get into it a little faster, so if you don't know how to do Superfly, just know what's possible, and we will go into, you can look up another video for Superfly later. So I'm going to put the swing across my hips, hold on to my leg loops in my hands, bring my legs wide and around. You're going to kick up, Superfly. Now on Superfly, I can do my toe touches, which are really hard, and I can activate my core this way. For those that like to do the acrobatics, this is a great full body strengthener. After doing 10 of those, we'll just pretend like we did 10. We're going to come into our push-ups from here. And when we come into our push-ups, we keep our chest lifted, looking forward, legs very strong and engaged, so I'm activating the entire back body. And after I do 10 of my push-ups, I'm going to come down nice and slow and controlled into my scissor kick. Okay, landed here in my sumo and stay to rest. All right, thank you so much. This is Jen Healy with the AYRx Yoga Swing, the AerialYogaPlay program, and the RX Therapeutics. So I have a deck of playing cards for you guys that I'm giving away this month whenever you buy a yoga swing. So consider getting the whole package. It's a great present. The holidays are coming up. We got the new mandala mats, the new manual, the AYRx playing cards, and the swing, all available. But yeah, do take advantage of the free deck of playing cards with every swing order, just happening for the rest of this month. I look forward to sharing more with you next time. Thank you so much. Namaste.